So what about hate and fear? I really have been thinking a lot about the connection between hate and fear and how easily that connection gets lost once either fear takes full hold or hate takes full hold. So what about the connection between the two? What is going on? What am I seeing? What am I seeing? This all comes from my own exploration of self. Our emotional terrain is very universal when it comes to emotions. Maybe our triggers are different, but emotionally, we are very universally linked. There's a lot of fear right now, a lot of uncertainty. Most people fear the unknown. I'm not sure if I know anyone who doesn't. And what is fear? Through a lot of help with my therapist and exploration of my depression, the construct that I identify fear is that fear is when I don't think I'm going to be okay. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal for all of us. Our brains are designed to only answer one question: am I okay? But our brains are constantly trying to answer that question. Our brains are monitoring on an unconscious level so many different systems in our own bodies and minds, as well as all the visual input that we're taking in of our surroundings and all of our sensory input from our surroundings. And our brain is this conductor of all of this information, constantly checking levels and addressing any level, any input that might tell us we're not okay. Shit's gonna fuck us up, and that's something our brain is constantly looking for. Fear is usually present when, no, we're not okay at the moment. When we come under threat, we lose our damn minds. Our minds are only focused on one thing when we're afraid: survival. Fuck it, I don't know. It's survival. We just want to survive. That's it. Our brains are going to initiate physical reactions. It's going to send blood to our legs, eliminate appetite, eliminate sex drive. It's going to eliminate in our pants. All sorts of systems are going to just stop doing what they usually do, because the only thing they're going to do is prepare us to either fight or flight. So flight is kind of self-explanatory. We're going to just GTFO. We're out of here. That's the best way to eliminate the threat, is to get away from it. So where this video is really kind of focusing in on is the fight instinct. We are under threat. We are afraid. So we're going to fight, and we're going to eliminate the threat. There's a couple of ways. There's just straight up physical violence. Let's just destroy it. Through socialization and civilization and survival and evolution, can't murder everything that scares us. It's not recommended, and it's not a good survival tactic. Sometimes to eliminate a threat, it can be neutralized using anger, hate, disgust, contempt, blame. Shame. There's a whole arsenal of emotions that we use to disconnect and distance ourselves from something that might be considered threatening. Hate is one of the easiest ones to go to, and I'm still trying to understand how it's problematic, because I've got a lot of problems with self-righteous hate and anger. So this is really difficult for me, but the fact is in spite of my hate and anger, I know that it is not the right solution, because when I'm an outsider watching two people filled with hate just going at each other and just fighting it out, it doesn't work. It's not producing any effect. Nobody's learning anything. Nobody's understanding anything. If anything, people are just getting more and more polarized and more further from the truth. Because usually when that kind of hate is present, it's just one side versus the other, and there is nothing in between. No nuance, no gray. That is not reality, because reality is a lot of gray. So I struggle with this, because I do know I have used hate to protect myself in many ways. But I can't say that it's really worked out for me. I'm fucking depressed. It's not exactly great to hate, because if I hate others, it really gives me a lot of practice in starting to hate myself. So this whole hate and fear thing, it's very deeply connected. And what I realize is that when I'm hating something and I'm getting all self-righteous about it, that I feel like I can judge something with so much hate, when I'm gonna get honest about what's really happening, I'm fucking terrified. I'm scared. I am threatened, and I am not okay. Something in my environment or even internally is not okay, and it is triggering fear. And the one question that my brain is designed to answer, am I okay? No, I'm not okay. I'm in danger. Something is threatening me. So I need to do something about it. I think the challenge is for me to recognize that when I am being confronted with somebody who is filled with rage and hate, that I am also looking into the face of somebody who is terrified out of their mind. We're all kind of just looking for that reassurance that it's gonna be okay and that we're going to be okay. It's what our brain wants. It's what our brains need to feel safe. I truly believe in people's basic goodness. And in that basic goodness is that belief that every one of us is capable of kindness and compassion. We also find that the belief that we're all worthy of love. So I'm trying to practice meeting hate with love, in the sense of being able to see and believe in their basic goodness, even if they don't. I truly think that's the most effective method. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard. Like I said, I struggle with self-righteous hate and self-righteous anger. Struggle with it. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but much like the best practices in life, it's a cultivation. It's not just an event that happens. It needs to be cultivated, and it needs to be practiced. So I think in the face of hate, I really want to try to understand. I'm really looking into the face of a terrified soul, and I don't know, I'll just see what I can do. And that's the best that I can do right now. Wish me luck. We'll see how that goes. As usual, thank you, my few friends who are watching this video. I am looking forward to doing some more videos on the topics of hate and other difficult emotional states. In the meantime, have a great day. I love you. Everybody needs love. And let's go to the outro.